Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry. As we get into tonight's video newsletter, tomorrow should be very interesting, right? Tomorrow we are headed into the monthly expiration. This will be the third Friday of August. So will the S&P reach up here and grab 6,500? You can see today's session was very respectable. We had a little bit of a down move to start the day. We got that economic data an hour before the cash markets open, and you did get a little bit of a hit there. But I really try to make so many of my decisions at the end of the day and to look at it and say, if it sold off 100 points, that's obviously going to paint a very different picture. But in strong trending markets, I like to look for this one time framing personality. One time framing is just where the range is respected, where you have a range, let's just call it here, where we had the fresh new high and a higher low. Then you have a higher high and a higher low. Well, today you did print down into a fresh low, right? We pierced below that previous session's lowest level, but then you recover it, right? You spend the whole day rallying. You close in the upper third of today's range. You close basically right where we did on Wednesday, and that keeps this bullish momentum in play. So I think that's something that could bring the test of 6,500 tomorrow. If and when it gets there, it should be a huge area of resistance. And then I think the call for Monday is much tougher, because sometime between now, or especially that 6,500 print, and the end of September and especially October, we should get a bigger decline, especially if we are using history as any guide. Every moment in time is unique, but history shows us that the markets like to flush down into October. So keep an eye out for that tomorrow. Keep an eye out for the bigger decline as the months continue to progress, but then also keep an eye on Robinhood, right? I don't want to keep my skepticism about the market to keep me from taking good individual equity picks, and there are a few things here that we like in Robinhood. So the most basic of them is the angle of attack for the 21 EMA. So that's my dotted line here, and you can see throughout this last squeeze, you go bid at the 21 EMA, you go perfectly bid there right before the ramp. So I'm only really interested in those tags when you have daily squeezes, and that was a nice move off that. And then we come in off the 117, just above that mean price once again. Histogram turns back up, and I believe Robinhood is looking for 115, and then possibly a new high above 117. So I'd love to take a chunk out of this tomorrow. We'll see how it trades. I do have options out into next week should I need the additional time, but that's a daily chart I wanted to make sure you were aware of. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you in the chat room tomorrow. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.